You're listening to the Monday Night Community Show with Daniel on BRFM.
And we're joined with Ray Featherstone from the Sheerness County Youth Club. Ray, it's always great to have you along with us.
Yeah, thanks very much. Nice to be back again.
Now, I was wondering if perhaps you could start off by telling us a little bit about the youth club.
Well, I think probably your listeners know that 2 years ago we celebrated 50 years, the Sheerness County Youth Club. And we've had a great 2 years after that. We wondered how well we'd do after 50 years, but the programme still rolls on and we're getting a lot of young people come in through the doors.
So what are the age ranges that you cater for?
Well, we mainly target the 14 to 19-year-olds. I suppose realistically 13 to 16 is the main age range. But we do have two clubs that cover 11 and 12-year-olds. That's the Broadway Boys Club on a Thursday night and the Girls Club on a Wednesday afternoon.
Ray, how many staff do you have at the centre?
Well, we have 10 part-time staff that work on different shifts through the week. Obviously, we're covering 5 nights a week and 1 afternoon, so we have a lot of sessions we're open. Most of our sessions are running in the evenings from 6:30 till 9:30, apart from the Friday disco, which is called TARDIS, which runs from 7 till 10 o'clock at night. And of course the two Boys and Girls Club sessions are different. The Boys Clubs is on a Thursday night and that runs from 6 o'clock till 8, and the girls have an afternoon session which runs from 3:30 to 5:30. But the main staff team of 10 are sort of in batches of 3, basically running each one of the sessions with me or without me accordingly.
So, Ray, is there a yearly membership fee, or do you just pay each time somebody would visit you?
Yeah, we a long time ago we decided that we would scrap the membership fee, so we make everyone a member free of charge. The admissions are still quite low. It's still 40 pence for a member and 60 pence for a visitor. And on the TARDIS disco night, which is on a Friday, it's £1 for everybody at the moment. We made to keep that price down because, you know, we're not in a particularly good area for people earning larger amounts of money, so we've kept the prices down. We probably will have to put them up eventually, but we keep it as low as possible.
Ray, what activities have you done recently, and what sort of stuff have you got planned in the future as well?
Well, in fact, I've just been away to the Youth Services Global Camp at Swatton. That was 2 weeks ago. That was quite an exciting exercise. We had 140 young people from all over the world, Europe, and 100 from this country. And that was really celebrating the Olympics because someone went to London and celebrated the Olympics with the show. Our own youth club, we've actually just come back from a summer camp at Swatton, same place. We had a weekend there this weekend, and I went down this Saturday to visit them. As you know, it was gorgeous weather, so they had a really great time. We tend to go for camping because it's more fun. We can use residential centres, but we've got a full set of camping equipment, and I think it's a bit more excitement for young people to be intense and to experience the outside life. So that's really where we are at the moment. But in fact, we've got so much coming up now. In September, we're starting a programme of 3 theme nights. Every Monday we're going to focus on the arts and crafts, and that's called the Art Workshop. On Tuesdays we're concentrating on sport, and we're calling that sports. There's going to be a special night of sports challenge. That'll cover table tennis, pool, darts. We're introducing darts very strongly this year. It's been a part of our programme, but we've now got involved a lot more in darts, so that's good. And because we do 5-a-side football across the leisure centre. Then on Wednesday night it's called Spotlight, which is really entertainment, media, stage, dance and music. So it's quite a variety of activities. The reason we've done that, we focused it on these special activities because we know there's a lot of young people out there that look for one of those 3 things very much. And although they will be able to take part in other activities on that night, they know that'll be the theme night and they'll get the best quality of activity on those nights.
So what sort of facilities do you have at the club, Ray?
Well, we're very fortunate, really. I mean, if anybody walks past the Sheerness County Club, which is on the corner of Merrick Road, Broadway, opposite Blackburn Lodge, they will see it looks very much like an old Methodist church, because that's what it was some 60 years ago. But inside, we've actually managed to convert it into a very nice, attractive facility. And we've got really quite a first-class disco unit with decks and theme lighting. A very nice, small, attractive stage with backlighting. They've got 2 pool tables, 2 table tennis tables, 4 computers, fully equipped with internet, and they can use that for various purposes, educational or chat lines, as it were, Facebook and Twitter. We've got a radio station. Doesn't broadcast like you do, but it's good experience for young people to produce radio shows that the club can listen to. And of course, next door we've got our television and dance studio. That's an interesting one, because we're now trying to move into a new digital age of television. Before we've had the analogue television,
Yep.
So we need to move now, and we've got to raise some money to get ourselves up to speed on that one.
Right, what are the plans for the future?
Well, I think through the media it's public knowledge now that the Kent Youth Service is changing from the new year to 12 major centres in Kent, and that unfortunately means that 19 odd centres and some projects will have to close. Well, put it this way, the funding will not be available from KCC. However, the Kent County Council are saying that if people want to continue that work, they will give some commissioning money, which is quite good news. It means that people can make bids to run projects and what have you. We have an organisation called Sheerness Youth, which is a charity that's been associated with the youth centre for many years. It consists of 3 ex-members of the staff team that have retired, and we've also got some representatives from schools, from the police, and many people that were involved in our management committee. And this is a charity, and at the moment it supports some of the work of the club, and will be one of the organisations making a bid to see if they can get commissioning money to take over the club. What we definitely don't want to see is obviously the club to close, and that's felt very strongly by a lot of people on Sheppey, and I'm sure it won't close. We will just need to make a bid for this money, and if this organisation is successful, then we will take over, and I will work as the youth worker there on a voluntary basis, and we will continue the work. They have quite some good plans for the future for the club, so I think that providing we get that voluntary status, and get the commissioning money, we should be in a good position to take the club forward, and hopefully we could be there for another 50 years.
Ray, is there anything else you'd like to cover this evening?
Well, yes, I just want to remind everyone that we had a very successful Swales Got Talent earlier on this year, and we're going to hold another event in October at the club where young people can take part in a talent show and win prizes. It was quite exciting last time we done it, first time we ever done that, so we've got a little bit of extra funding to do that again. The dates will be announced, but it will be in the half-term period in October, so most young people will be able to work that out. It's always on the Wednesday, and we will have different groups come along. We don't think we're getting Simon Cowell to come along, but we'll have a good team of judges that'll give them a hard time, but it's all good fun, Just like to remind our listeners, particularly the young people listening, or even parents that have got young people that might like to come along to the club, that don't forget we are open probably more than most youth centres in Kent. We are open 5 nights a week and 1 afternoon, and the general guide is that we are open at 6:30 at night and finish at 9:30, but of course on a Friday it's 7 till 10. On a Thursday, which is Broadway Boys Club, will be 6 o'clock till 8, and the Girls Club, which is on a Wednesday afternoon, is from 3:30 to 5:30. Of course, we've got a lot of weekend events and things, but young people, once they've joined, remember membership is free, you only pay for admission to the centre, they will get an update on a monthly basis of events coming along, and hopefully between now and Christmas we're going to run some exciting activities for young people.
Do you have any contact details where people can find out more, or is it just best for them to come along?
Yes, I mean, obviously we've got a phone number if they'd like to call me, which is 01795 66 2808. That is the centre's phone number. They're quite welcome to call me for information. We have got some leaflets, but there'll be some new leaflets coming out in September. We do some talks to schools. But my advice to young people is it doesn't cost you very much to come along. In fact, you do get the first night free if you walk in the door. Come along and see what it's like. That's exactly what I did when I was a youngster. I braved it and walked into the Sheerness County Youth Club, not sure whether I was going to like it or not, and here I am 50 years later. Still there.
Ray, as always, it's great to have you along here at BRFM.
Thanks very much. It's been great being here.
That's Ray Featherstone. Tell us all about the Sheerness County Youth Club this evening here at BRFM.